Hi, this is Dana Diorsi from Best Life Solutions with this week's video success strategy. And these videos are all about inspiring and empowering you to intentionally design and live your ideal life. So this week, I'd like to share with you 5 steps to more effective networking. Now, networking can be an extremely powerful tool to help you grow your business or to grow in your career. But a lot of people are not really doing it the right way. So I want to share with you my top 5 tips for how you can be more effective in your networking. And the first is to seek first to give before you get. So I don't know about you if you've had the experience where you've been at a networking event and somebody corners you and all they can do is talk about themselves and what they do. And it's like, wah, 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 right? And they're trying to sell you on whatever it is they have to offer, and it just all around feels yucky. So my first tip is don't be that person, okay? And I'm sure you're not, because if you're one of my peeps and you're on my easy list, I know that you're not going to be like that. But to really just keep in mind that you want to think about giving before you get. Think about the law of circulation. The more you give out, the more you end up getting. And it just feels good. So you want to ask that person about their business or about their career and figure out what connections you could help them make, if you have any resources that would be helpful to them, who you can introduce them to. So think about doing that before you ask for anything in return. Second, a lot of people get really shy when they go to networking events. And so one tip I like to use is to pretend that you're actually the host of the event. And in your mind, it just sort of shifts your perspective to trying to make other people feel comfortable, and it shifts your focus off yourself, and it ends up being a win-win. It makes them feel comfortable, you feel more comfortable, and it's great. Third, if you're not sure what to say when you first meet someone, just start off really simple. I just like to say, "Hi, I'm Dana. I don't think we've met before." And then they'll likely introduce themselves, and you can just say, "Well, tell me a little bit about what it is that you do." And ask them questions about themselves and take the focus off of you. And you'll naturally find that as the conversation progresses, you start to feel more comfortable by the time the conversation turns back to you for you to talk about yourself and your business or your career. You're going to feel much more comfortable, like you've built some rapport with that person. Fourth, when the time does come to talk about you, make sure you focus on the results or the benefits of what you do. So don't just rely on your standard job title or job description. So for me, I wouldn't just say I'm a business and lifestyle coach and leave it at that, because some people have certain preconceived notions about what that means and experience with other people that had that similar job title and any other associations they've had. So you want to focus on your results. So instead, what I would say is I help entrepreneurs more efficiently and effectively market their businesses so they can make a bigger impact in the world and enjoy more clients, more money, more freedom, and more time. So that sounds a little bit more appealing than the first, and it is likely to prompt the other person to want to learn a little bit more about how I do that and what exactly I do, and it starts a conversation. And my last tip is that the fortune is in the follow-up. It is so important to follow up with the people that you meet. So I know so many business owners end up with a stack of business cards on their desk of people that they've meant to follow up with, but they didn't. So I recommend that you do it within the first 24 hours before they sort of linger on your desk, and then it's the next week, and it's the following week, and then it's too late, and they're not going to remember you anymore. So do it within 24 hours, and the best way to do that is to systematize it. So to make sure that you have I like to use sort of a template email that I send out, and I always add some personal details about our conversation and what we talked about, but it's a nice starting point where I don't have to think too much when I do it. It makes it easier for me to do it. And then you want to invite them to take a next step. So for me, I have a number of free resources I provide that people can sign up for, like these weekly success videos. So I ask them if they'd like to get on the list for that, and it just is a nice way to keep up that communication and keep up the conversation. You want to make sure you add all those business cards into your database, or better yet, have your assistant or your virtual assistant add those into your database. And that database could be as simple as an Excel file, or it could be something more complicated, but whatever it is, make sure you have those contacts on file so that you can keep up on an ongoing basis with whatever keep in touch strategy you use, whether you communicate monthly to your list of contacts or quarterly or whatnot, just to kind of keep them up to date on what's going on in your business and to follow up with them and see what's going on in their business, so you can see if there's a way to mutually support each other. So those are my 5 steps to more effective networking. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, I'd encourage you to share about that in the comments below. And if you're not already on the list to get my weekly success tips and strategies, I'd encourage you to go to my website at best-life-solutions.com and enter your name and email in the upper right-hand side to get on that list. Until we talk again, this is Dana Diorsi from Best Life Solutions, encouraging you to dream bigger, play smarter, and take bold action to create your most extraordinary life today.